MMORPGs are a genre that has truly stood the test of time. From humble beginnings in text-based MUDs to sprawling virtual worlds with millions of players, MMORPGs have created spaces where we can lose ourselves for hours, days, and sometimes even years. Today, we're looking at 8 MMORPGs that have not only survived but thrived, becoming iconic in their own right. These games have evolved, adapted, and kept players coming back for more, with engaging mechanics, rich lore, and incredible communities. Whether you're an old veteran or a new player, these MMORPGs have proven they have what it takes to stay relevant in an ever-changing gaming landscape. Black Desert Online is a game that pushes the limits of what an MMORPG can look like. Launched in 2015, BDO is renowned for its cutting-edge graphics, fluid combat system, and detailed world building. BDO offers fast-paced action combat that feels almost like a fighting game. Every skill and attack requires precise timing and positioning. But beyond its combat, the game's vast world offers deep crafting, trading, and exploration systems. Black Desert's economy is one of the most sophisticated in MMORPGs, allowing players to manage trade routes, build ships, and even engage in naval combat. The world is constantly evolving with regular updates and expansions, such as Mountain of Eternal Winter, which keeps the player base engaged with new regions, bosses, and content. Star Wars: The Old Republic, WTOR, launched in 2011, combines the grandeur of BioWare storytelling with the interactivity of an MMORPG. Set in the expansive Star Wars universe, WTOR offers players the chance to experience the conflict between the Sith Empire and the Galactic Republic through fully voiced dialogue and branching storylines. What sets SWTOR apart is its dedication to narrative, where your choices shape the fate of your character and the galaxy. Whether you're a Sith Inquisitor, a Jedi Knight, or a bounty hunter, each class has a unique story arc, ensuring replayability. The game also delivers excellent cooperative and PvP content, from flashpoints, dungeons, to massive space battles. Frequent updates and expansions like Legacy of the Sith keep the game feeling fresh and vibrant. Quick break for a message in my own interest. If you're enjoying this content, don't forget to subscribe for more gaming videos and reviews. Hit the like button and leave a comment to support the channel. It really helps me out. Now back to the video. Enjoy the rest. For many players, RuneScape is the game that introduced them to MMORPGs, and its legacy has only grown stronger over time. First launched in 2001, RuneScape has gone through multiple iterations, most notably with old-school RuneScape and the current RuneScape 3, but its core mechanics of questing, skilling, and PvP remain timeless. RuneScape's charm lies in its simplicity and depth. Players can take on a myriad of activities, from fishing to slaying dragons, all while building up their character through skills like crafting and magic. Its sandbox world lets you carve out your own adventure, whether you want to focus on the grand storyline, train skills to max level, or participate in the rich player economy. The developers have kept the game alive with frequent updates and expansions, and old-school RuneScape even allows players to vote on which content gets added, ensuring that the game evolves in line with player desires. Fans of the Elder Scrolls series found their MMORPG haven in the Elder Scrolls Online, ESO. Released in 2014, ESO managed to capture the essence of what made the single-player Elder Scrolls games so beloved: the lore, exploration, and sense of adventure. ESO allows players to explore iconic locations from across Tamriel, from Morrowind's volcanic landscapes to the icy mountains of Skyrim. The game's flexible class system, where players can mix and match abilities to create their unique build, brings a refreshing freedom rarely seen in other MMORPGs. Additionally, ESO's storytelling is immersive, with voice-acted dialogue and choices that impact your world. Expansions like Blackwood and Greymoor keep fans invested, with new zones and rich storylines that delve deeper into the Elder Scrolls mythology. EVE Online is a universe like no other, massive, player-driven, and often unforgiving. Released in 2003 by CCP Games, EVE is known for its deep economy, space battles, and political intrigue. At the heart of EVE's appeal is its sandbox universe, where players build corporations, wage wars, and engage in intricate political diplomacy. EVE is not for the faint-hearted. It has a reputation for brutal player-versus-player PvP combat and massive battles, such as the infamous Battle of BR5RB, which lasted 21 hours and resulted in over $300,000 worth of in-game ships being destroyed. EVE's economy is one of the most complex in gaming, with players mining resources, building starships, and even influencing the real-world economy. EVE Online is a game where you forge your path, and the community is one of the most passionate in the MMO space. For players looking for a dynamic and immersive world, Guild Wars 2 stands as a prime example of how to craft a living world in an MMORPG. Launched in 2012, this game challenged many of the genre's conventions, most notably by removing the holy trinity of tank, healer, and DPS. Guild Wars 2 focuses heavily on player agency, allowing players to influence the world through dynamic events rather than standard quest chains. Its combat system is fast-paced and strategic, with an emphasis on positioning and dodging rather than static button mashing. The world itself is breathtaking, full of diverse biomes, from the lush jungles of Heart of Thorns to the desert expanses of Path of Fire. Its horizontal progression system ensures that new players are not left behind, making it one of the most accessible MMORPGs for both veterans and newcomers. Final Fantasy XIV had one of the most remarkable comebacks in gaming history. After a disastrous launch in 2010, the game was reimagined as Final Fantasy XIV, a realm reborn in 2013, which revitalized its reputation and now stands as one of the most popular MMORPGs today. Square Enix took the game back to the drawing board and built an MMORPG that's as visually stunning as it is engaging. With its story-rich quest lines, incredible job system, where a single character can learn and master every class, and beautifully crafted environments, FF appeals to Final Fantasy fans and MMORPG lovers alike. The expansions like Heavensward and Endwalker pushed the narrative even further, creating emotional highs that many MMORPGs struggle to reach. What keeps players returning is the focus on community and cooperative gameplay, making every raid and dungeon a collaborative effort. No MMORPG list is complete without World of Warcraft. WoW. Originally released in 2004, WoW set the gold standard for what an MMORPG should be. Blizzard Entertainment created a world that was not only massive but also immersive, with rich lore pulled from its Warcraft RTS predecessors. The key to WoW's success lies in its gameplay loop, its vast open world, where players can engage in questing, dungeon crawling, and PvP battles, feels alive and ever-changing. Expansions like the Burning Crusade, Wrath of the Lich King, and the most recent Dragonflight kept the world evolving with new content, zones, dungeons, and raids. WoW's ability to reinvent itself with every expansion has kept it fresh for nearly 2 decades. The accessibility of the game for both hardcore raiders and casual players ensures that everyone can find something that suits their playstyle. MMORPGs have always been about more than just gameplay. They're about community, exploration, and the sense of belonging to a larger world. These 8 games have not only stood the test of time, but have continued to thrive by evolving and adapting to their players' needs. Whether you're a longtime fan of these worlds or you're just diving in, there's never been a better time to explore the ever-expanding horizons of these MMORPGs. Remember to like, subscribe, and share your favorite MMORPG memories in the comments below. Let's keep the adventure going.